Hi everybody and happy early Thanksgiving. Today during math we finally got to start something new that our students haven't seen yet. We've been working on multiplication and division for a few weeks now, and today it was a little less boring since it got a little more challenging. We were working on something new, so let's get started. So today's homework is on pages 343 and 344. Here's number 1 on the front side of the paper. It says 2 times 40. Now 2 times 40 is not a fact that we've studied. We've studied our facts from 1 to 12. So 2 times 40 is something that we need to think a little bit harder about. And we're going to use a place value strategy in order to figure out 2 times 40. Now we can say that 2 times 40 is the same thing as 2 times 4 tens. Because 4 tens is 10, 20, 30, 40. So 2 times 4 tens. Now in order to figure out 2 times 4 tens, we can just do 2 times 4. And we know that 2 times 4 is 8. So 2 times 4 tens altogether would be 8 tens. Okay, now we can use that 8 tens in order to figure out what 2 times 40 is. 8 tens would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 8 tens would be 80. So 2 times 40 equals 80. Now remember, anything that we multiply by 10, we would just add a 0 to it. So if we have this 8, if we want to multiply it by 10, all we do is add a 0. If we have 100, actually no, if we have 13, if we want to do 13 times 10, all we do is add a 0 to it. Okay, one more. If I have 456, if I want to multiply that by 10, all I do, again, is add a 0 to it. Okay, let's look at the next one. So here's number 5. By the end of number 5, we should have solved 10 times 30. We're going to use a strategy using basic facts to solve 10 times 30. Now remember, our basic facts are all of those multiplication sentences we have memorized from 1 through 12. One of those multiplication sentences that we have memorized is 10 times 3. Before we start writing any answers, I want us to look at these two problems and notice the zeros. In 10 times 3, there's only one 0. That means there's going to be 1 0 in our answer. In 10 times 30, there are 2 zeros. That means there are going to be 2 zeros in our answer. So we already know that 10 times 3 is 30, and that has 1 0. Just like I said here, 1 0 in our answer. So that means 10 times 30 must be 300. Again, 2 zeros in our answer. Okay? Now a reminder, I said this at the beginning, if we have anything multiplied by 10, all we do is add another 0 to it. So we have this 30, and we want to multiply it by 10. So all we do is add another 0, and that's our 300. Okay, here's our last example. I chose one of the word problems. Here's number 9. Number 9 says, Harlan has 5 antique watches. Each watch has a value of $90. How much are Harlan's watches worth in all? So if he has 5 watches and each of them are worth $90, that would be 5 times $90. Okay? So I'm going to show you both of the strategies that we can use for this, okay? So first strategy, we're going to use the place value strategy. We know that 5 times 90 can be the same as 5 times 9 tens, because 90 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 9 tens, okay? Now, if we have 5 times 9 tens, we know that 5 times 9 is 45. So 5 times 9 tens must be 45 tens. Okay? Now, 45 tens is the same thing as 45 times 10. So 45 times 10, remember, anything we multiply by 10, all we do is add a 0. So 45 tens would be 450. So $450 in all. So we can say Harlan's watches are worth $450 in all. So now let's work with the second strategy. Again, we know that if he has 5 antique watches and they're all worth $90 each, that's 5 times $90. Now let's use the basic facts strategy. We can't think of 5 times 90 off the top of our head, but we can think of 5 times 9 off the top of our head. We know that 5 times 9 is 45. So if there's an extra 0 here, we need to bring that 0 and put it down here. So this strategy is a lot quicker, but it doesn't matter. You can use whichever one is easiest for you, whichever one you feel more comfortable using. Okay, so again, we can write our sentence, Harlan's watches are worth $450 in all. Okay, so I hope you can finish the rest of your homework on your own. If not, bring it in on Monday, and I'm more than happy to help you. Most of us got it in class, which is great. I'm really proud of all of us. We're really understanding all of our math. We're doing fabulous. So I would like to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I am thankful for all of my lovely students and how wonderful and great you all are. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful 4-day weekend. Bye.